What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 23. And here we are in the wild card versus the New York Giants. We just took on the Cowboys in Week 18. I'm sorry for the long wait, but we are now back with the Lions franchise here for the wild card matchup. Jared Goff looking to have a good performance in this game, and we could then move on to the divisional round as we're taking on, like I said, the New York Giants, a team that we have not played this season. They are led by Geno Smith at quarterback. If you watched the end of the live stream, you saw the roster for the New York Giants, but Geno Smith is the starting quarterback for the New York Giants. I'm really looking forward to this game here as we are at home, and we are the number 2 seed, so unless we were to play the number 1 seed Washington Commanders, we will be at home the entire road to the Super Bowl if we were to make it. Giants start with the football. It's Geno Smith in the pocket, and Geno Smith's going down. It's Devon Hamilton with the sack. As this will be the last couple of episodes before this series ends. If we make it to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, that will be the end of this series. We may include some other things like there's a specific draft prospect I'm interested in, but we'll have to see. So the Lions with the football now after stopping the New York Giants. Here is the trap run to Jamal Williams, and Jamal Williams is going to pick up about a first down, 10-yard carry for Jamal Williams, his first carry of the game. As you see down below, there's a couple of games that have already played out. The Cowboys destroying the 49ers 35-3. Goff's getting out of the pocket, and Goff's throwing to the end zone. And this one's caught by Jody Fortson for the touchdown. Jody Fortson with the touchdown reception, and he has played really good this season. The undrafted free agent that we picked up going into this season, it was him and Pharaoh Brown, 2 undrafted guys that led the way for us. Pharaoh Brown, due to injuries, allowed Jody Fortson to come in and kind of take that job over from him. So a touchdown for the Lions, and they're going to take a 7-0 lead about midway through the first quarter. Giants with the football now, Geno Smith and company. Geno Smith drops back on the play action, and he's going down. Aiden Hutchinson on the sack. Aiden Hutchinson has been really good recently. We saw in the live stream in Week 18 that it really didn't matter who you put him up against because they had Zach Martin at right guard, and Aiden Hutchinson destroyed him all game long. So you know that Hutchinson is going to wreak havoc all game long. So a big play for the Detroit Lions defense sets up the Lions with the football at the 44-yard line. Here is the give to Jamal Williams. He goes up the middle, and Jamal Williams is going to have another 10-plus yard carry. He's already got 42 yards rushing in this game. And we're only about midway through the first quarter, and Jamal Williams just gets the ball, and the blocking has been like the big deal. The pass blocking has not been real good, but the run blocking has been really good all season. Goff throwing this one, the out route to St. Brown. It's going to be picked off. Callahan with the interception for the Giants as Jared Goff was looking to throw to Amon-Ra St. Brown on the deep out, and Callahan pretty much ran the route for St. Brown. A big-time interception for the Giants, and that might be what they needed to get back into this game. As Geno Smith comes back out for the Giants. 2nd down and 7 here for the Giants at the 33-yard line. Here's the give to Saquon Barkley, and Saquon Barkley's got a lot of room. And the big story is Saquon Barkley won the award for the best running back in the NFC. I did not agree with that. I think Jamal Williams should have won it. But here's the real test. These two teams are going up against each other. Which running back will have the better performance? A big run by Barkley there. Here in these playoff games, I edited the videos to make them a little bit longer, but maybe they're a little too long. We need to cut a little bit of stuff out, as that is Irv Smith, I do believe, on the reception for the Giants. Yeah, it's Irv Smith Jr. on the reception. Yeah, I might need to edit these and make these a little shorter, but we're going to rock with it here in this Giants game. The next game, if we were to win, would be shorter. Here's Geno Smith on 2nd down and 7. A lot of time to throw. And he's going to find his wide open receiver, Colin Johnson, down to the 15-yard line. Colin Johnson, probably the most unknown receiver here on this Giants offense. 3rd down and 7 here for the Giants now. Need a first down to continue the drive. Throw to the back of the end zone, and that's going to be broken up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. He was intending to pass to Colin Johnson. So that's the end of the first quarter. The Giants did kick the field goal and make it, so it's 7-3 to start the second. Here's Goff on 2nd down and 13, and Goff is going to fire and hit his man, Jameson Williams. What a spin move! Jameson Williams, can he outrun the defenders? Pushed out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and Jameson Williams, what a move, what a spin move that was by Jameson Williams. We'll look at the replay here. Catching the ball and running, and look at the spin move. I mean, made the defense look stupid. I believe that was Love who was trying to make the play, but Jameson Williams got up to a top speed of 22 miles per hour before being pushed out of bounds by Adoree Jackson. who's also got some speed himself. Third down and 15 now for the Lions. Looking to score a touchdown here. Here's Jared Goff dropping back. He's got Jody Fortson again. Fortson catches a touchdown, Lions. Jody Fortson, his second touchdown reception of the first half. Looking like one of the more elite tight ends in the NFL right now, Jody Fortson. Unfortunately, Madden has still yet to figure out that performance would equal good attribute upgrades. Third down and 1 now here for the Giants. They need to strike back because the Lions offense is getting going now. Here is the play-action play for Geno Smith. He throws, and that pass is intercepted by Kirby Joseph at the 50-yard line. Joseph takes it to the right, and he's going to be taken down at the 35-yard line. That sets the Lions up with beautiful field position as Geno was getting out to his left. Malcolm Rodriguez had hit him, and Kirby Joseph jumps the route with an easy interception. You're not going to get a more easy interception than that one right there. So that would give Jamal Williams and the Lions offense the football back. First down and 10 for Detroit. Man in motion is Jameson Williams. It's going to be a play action. Goff's throwing this one deep, and this one's going to be intercepted. I do not know where Jared Goff was throwing that one. It looked like he might have forced it to Jody Fortson, as he was not even open. He was covered by 2 guys, and by the time Goff got the ball away, there was about 4 guys in the area. That was a terrible pass by Jared Goff. You could actually probably say there was 5 guys in the area. So the interception for the New York Giants sets them up with an opportunity to try and strike and make this a one-possession game again. Third down and 10 for the Giants with 6:36 to go here in the second quarter. Geno Smith drops back. Geno Smith's going deep, and this one's going to be intercepted by Christian Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez takes it to the left, and he'll be taken down at the 40-yard line by Saquon Barkley. Christian Gonzalez has been really, really good this season. There's really no other way to put it. This guy has been dominant. And I'm obviously kind of confused on how he didn't win Best DB award, because in my opinion, he's the best corner in the NFL, even as a rookie. So Christian Gonzalez gets the interception, and that'll give the Lions the football back. 14-3 the score, ball at the 41-yard line. Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion. Takes it to the right of the field. 6 seconds on the play clock, and they give it to Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams goes up the middle, and Jamal Williams will pick up 9 yards on first down. He's up to 65 yards rushing on the game. Another man in motion. This one's going to be a play action again, and Goff's going down. He's sacked back at the 30-yard line by Walker. 1.5 sacks for Walker here in the first half. And at this point, I feel like Dan Campbell's got to realize the play action is not the move, because you're giving the defense a lot of time to create pressure when you go play action. At this point, it's become a little bit obvious. Third down and 9 here for the Lions. 3:50 to go here in the second quarter. Jared Goff dropping back, and he's going to the end zone. And he was going to Jody Fortson again, but it was incomplete. So that would lead to a field goal and a 14-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Geno Smith across the middle. He's got Irv Smith. And Irv Smith, the catch and run, takes him up to the 44-yard line. The Giants with an opportunity to put points on the board before halftime now. But after a sack, it'd be third down and 17. And they're just going to hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley, and he's going nowhere. Timeout by the Lions, trying to do something here with the football back in their hands. The Giants' offense has not been good at all in this game. Third down and 2 now for the Lions at the 46-yard line. And Jared Goff stepping up, and he's going down. He's sacked. And that's going to be a timeout for the Giants now with 38 seconds left. So what will the Lions do here? Up 14. They would punt the ball, and the Giants were unable to do anything with it. So that would take us to the end of the first half with a 17-3 lead for the Lions. And looking at some scores from earlier in the day, Dallas won 35-3, and Philadelphia beat the Saints 34-17. So the NFC East, if the Giants could win this game, would be the only 4 teams left in the NFC, which is unheard of. I actually need to look up when is the last time every team from a division made the playoffs. Here's a run for Blake Corum now to start the second half, and Corum's fighting through traffic up to the 39-yard line, and Kayvon Thibodeau is injured for the Giants. Such a crucial piece to this defense for the Giants. Third down and 10 now for the Lions at the 39-yard line, and they're going to go play action again. Goff gets out, throws it to Fortson, and Jody Fortson will only pick up about 2 yards before being taken out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So the Giants will get the football back here with an opportunity. I've said this so many times in this game. The Giants with opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and they have not been able to come away with anything. Here's the punt by Jack Fox, and this one's going to be let go, and it's going to bounce at about the 10-yard line roll to the 5, and roll down to about the 3-yard line. What a beautiful punt by Jack Fox. This game was not filled with a lot of excitement. It was kind of filled with mistakes by our offense and unable to move the ball by the Giants. So here's a 3rd down and 7 here for the Giants at the 6-yard line. Geno Smith's going to throw this one and hit Irv Smith. And Irv Smith's going to be right at the 1st down marker, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Giants. Not sure what that celebration is. You allowed them to get the 1st down. Nonetheless, the Giants will continue with the football. Like I said, this game was filled with the Giants not being able to move the football and us with mistakes on offense. 3rd down and 5 for the Giants. And Geno Smith's in the pocket. He's got a lot of time to throw. And Geno's not going to throw, and he's going to go down. And there's a fumble, and the ball is picked up by the Giants offensive lineman. Geno lucky that the Lions did not recover that fumble. They'd be set up with perfect field position. I believe that might have been Aquara. Yeah, Aquara who got in there eventually after Geno had all day to throw. Here is the play action again. And Goff's throwing this one deep again. And this one's batted up and intercepted. Jody Fortson was the target again. 2 interceptions thrown by Jared Goff when he's trying to target Jody Fortson in double coverage. Just a really hideous performance by Jared Goff when he's trying to target Jody Fortson. Obviously, he can't expect that ball to be batted in the air and Callahan to come down with it. But nonetheless, the Giants with the football once again with another opportunity. 3rd down and 3 for New York. 4:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's the give to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and only fall forward for about 2 yards. Anthony Walker Jr., another guy that I'm surprised didn't win the Best Linebacker Award, as he's been really good for us all season long. So that'd bring up a 4th down and 1, and the Giants would punt the ball away to us. Anthony Walker coming up clutch. 3rd down and 5 now for the Lions. With 3:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the give to Jamal Williams. And Williams on the 3rd and 5 is going to only get to about the 46-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th and 2. So maybe Dan Campbell getting a little conservative with his play calling after Jared Goff has thrown 3 interceptions. So that would lead to a punt, and the Giants would take over. At the 43-yard line, it's 2nd down and inches, and Saquon Barkley once again is met behind the line of scrimmage. It's Jeff Okudah this time. This Lions run defense has been dominant in this game. No holes for Saquon Barkley. Brian Daboll a little frustrated with the fact that his offensive line has not been able to hold blocks. 3rd down and 3 here, and this one's going to be broken up, so the Lions will get the football back with 26 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's a give to Jamal Williams. Williams got a lot of space to the right side, and he'll be tackled at the 43-yard line as the clock will run down here in the 3rd quarter. I've been pleased with the way that Jamal Williams has played this season, and here in this playoff game, he's running the ball well as in this game. 17-3, so no scoring in the 3rd quarter. The Lions with the football to start the 4th. 1st down and 10, and this one's going to be another play-action play call, and Jared Goff's going deep. He's got Allen Lazard, and Lazard's taken down at the 1-yard line. Allen Lazard getting open and taken down at the 1-yard line. So another play-action call for the Lions. This one finally works, and Allen Lazard was able to beat his man and get enough separation to haul this one in and take it down to the 1-yard line. Adoree Jackson was the man in coverage. 1st down and goal here for the Lions. An opportunity to really put this one away. Goff, play action again, and he's got Jody Fortson for the touchdown, his 3rd of the game. Jody Fortson. You really can't play any better than the way he's played today. He can't help that Goff has thrown it his way in double coverage. He has come down with everything in man coverage, one-on-one, and he's been really good this game. 3 touchdown passes for Jared Goff, all 3 to Jody Fortson. So a 24-7 lead. That one would pretty much wrap this one up, but the Giants would still have a couple of possessions in this game to see what they can do. Here's the out route to Colin Johnson, and Colin Johnson's got space, and he's going to run it down to about the 47-yard line. 1st down and 10 now for the Giants. Geno Smith all day to throw once again. Will he get rid of it? No, he's not going to. It's a sack. O'Shane Ximines getting in there and creating the pressure this time for the Lions. Drew Sanders was hurt, so O'Shane Ximines pretty much took over that edge rusher role in that nickel look and in the 3-4, so he gets a sack that time. Deshaun Elliott combining on the sack. So a 4th down and 4 for the Giants. This is their last chance pretty much. play clock is running down. Geno Smith will run the play action, and it's Aiden Hutchinson getting there before Geno Smith can even collect his thoughts. His 3rd sack of the game, and the 6th sack for the Detroit Lions defense. Just a really weird play call. On 4th down and 17, you choose to run a play action. If your right guard doesn't hold his block, Aiden Hutchinson will be there before you even complete your drop back. So 3rd down and 9 here for the Lions offense. This one's going to be a draw to Jamal Williams, and Jamal Williams is going to pick up the 1st down on the draw. So 17 carries, 117 yards for Jamal Williams on the day. 4th down and goal, the Lions will go for it here. They feel like there's no sense in kicking the field goal. Goff's going to throw it underneath to Fortson, and Fortson's taken down at the 1-yard line. He was 1 inch away from scoring his 4th touchdown on the day. 8 catches for Jody Fortson today. So that would give the Giants the football back at the 1-yard line. 1 inch away from his 4th. So the Giants still with the chance. The game is not over yet, but they need to score in a hurry, and they need their defense to start making plays. But at this point in the game, it is pretty much over. So it comes out Geno Smith. Geno Smith from his own end zone. He's going to throw it right to O'Shane Ximines for the touchdown. What a play by O'Shane Ximines. He was going out to the flat to cover, and Geno Smith threw it pretty much right at him. I mean, that was probably one of the weirdest interceptions you'll see. It reminds me of the Texas-Oklahoma interception from probably 2004, if I had to guess. That's what it reminded me of. O'Shane Ximines with the touchdown, and the Lions will complete the victory here at home, 31-3. Dan Campbell's got to be pleased with this playoff victory. A dominant win here in the wild card matchup. So now we'll move on to the divisional game. We will soon see who we'll be taking on in that game. I do want to mention that I think that the edits need to be shorter. I think that I showed too many replays. I showed too many plays that weren't big. Therefore, it just kind of gets to be a drag commentating when I'm, post-commentating. But looking at it, though, the Lions dominated from start to finish. Also, this game wasn't really filled with a lot of big plays, so I kind of need to limit it to the big plays, especially for if we continue to go forward and we make it to, like, the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl. I don't want that game to feel like it's a drag or my commentating skills to be even worse as I continue to take these breaks and got a lot of, real-life stuff going on, so have to deal with that, and it makes it so that I can't record all the time. But if you look at the stats here, Jared Goff, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 180 yards. Not a big day for Jared Goff at all. It was kind of a sloppy day, if you will. Jamal Williams did his thing on the ground, though. 20 carries, 141 yards. Blake Corum had 6 carries for 43 yards. So pretty much a dominating win for us. Jody Fortson, 8 catches, 62 yards, and 3 touchdowns. This guy has come out of nowhere. The undrafted free agent that we signed out of Valdosta State. And looking at the rest of the receiving, Amon-Ra St. Brown was pretty much useless in this game. We targeted him one time, I think, in the highlights that you'll see in this game. I think it was the one time, the interception by Callahan. And then looking at the defense, we had a lot of sacks, but it was led by Aiden Hutchinson as he had 3 sacks. We had 3 interceptions, O'Shane Ximines with 1, Christian Gonzalez with 1, and Kirby Joseph with 1. Also, Kirby Joseph had 1 forced fumble on the day. So the defense did its thing. Only 3 points allowed. I mean, you cannot really ask for anything much better than that. The offense was sloppy, but 7 punt returns for Jameis Williams pretty much shows you everything you need to know. So assistant GM saying congratulations on your first playoff win. And there you see it. We will be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in the divisional matchup. This is a team we have not faced this season. And I don't know if I show it in this one, and I probably won't show it in the preview to the next game. But I did fix Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts in this game is just terrible. He has a terrible sense of pressure. He throws it off his back foot like 7 out of 10 pass attempts. It's terrible. So I fixed his not attributes, but his traits. I fixed his traits to make it so that he's not going to be such a sloppy quarterback. Here we're looking at the Eagles roster, but yeah, I didn't want him to throw a lot of interceptions or really suck, but I'm not going to spoil anything, but I have already recorded this Eagles episode, and it's kind of an annoying video to make. I'm not going to lie. It's probably going to be a short one. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil it, but I will kind of talk you through it as I'm showing it. It's not going to be your traditional NFL primetime style highlight, post-game highlight show. It's going to be no music, and I'm just going to show you straight up what happened in this game, and you guys let me know what you think, because it was probably one of the most annoying videos I've ever made in my life. And you'll understand what I'm talking about once we get to it, but I don't want to spoil anything else from here. So we'll finalize this episode by taking a look at the Eagles secondary and their special teams players, and then we'll take on the Eagles, and that video I hope will be out soon. I hope it's not going to be another 12 to 13 day wait. I need to finish this series before MLB The Show comes out. And then another thing I'm going to mention at the end of this series, I do want to do one more live stream at the end of this series, and we'll talk about the future of Madden on this channel, because there's a game coming out right now that I am super thrilled about, Maximum Football. If you haven't seen the trailer, check it out. It looks like it's going to be a great game, and there's so many things that you can do with it, and I'm excited for it to come out, and that might decide what I'm going to do on this channel. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for the long wait. I'm trying to get back into it here with the commentating, so if it's not good, please correct me and please help me out and try to help me be a better commentator / YouTuber. Anyways, guys, that's going to cap off this video. Next game, we'll be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at 8:15 p.m. in the NFC divisional matchup. That's going to do it, everybody. See ya.